Welcome to our discussion on Cornerstone Kids, a Lynn Fleming and Jennifer Spencer company. I'm sure because you're on this call, you know Lynn and Jennifer. So we're going to talk about their new enterprise called Cornerstone Kids. It's located, and you probably recognize on the map where it is, by the Mi Rancho restaurant in the Cornerstone development. It's an exciting area, growth within the area, obviously, and yet most folks know exactly the location. This is a little bit of an overview. Obviously, there's more to fill in, but just to let you know, it's going to be a facility for 150 children. The state requires at least a quarter of an acre of free space and 10,000 square feet dedicated to the children. And the application process and all of that will be completed by outsourced professionals to make sure that we do it in a timely and affordable fashion. This is Cornerstone Kids. Now, Lynn and Jennifer have done this for a long time. And in doing it for a long time, they've come up with some great concepts. A lot of parents, at the end of their workday, they've got to drive a little bit too fast and a little bit too aggressive to go get their child and take them to the after school, after day events. So gymnastics or martial arts, dance. It's going to be in the Cornerstone Kids facility. You're not going to have to drive like crazy to get there. And if you look at the areas that they're focusing on, the one I really loved is the stage. Look at that little girl. Look how sweet she looks, just standing there. She's on stage and she's looking out. We have no idea, Lynn and Jennifer are stipulating that during the formative years, what is it that's going to grab them? And that they should be focused and they should be exposed to all different types of opportunities in that little teeny stage where they can stand up there, and there'll be different bits that go on that are going to be led by the school, by Cornerstone Kids facility, and there are other bits. But exposing the kids as they grow to the community and to other opportunities, and at the same time, making life better for mom and dad. So that's Cornerstone Kids. And I'm sure you all love, as you look at this, you all recognize and can understand how this is going to be better for the kids and how it's going to be better quality of life having it all in-house. Now, there's attention to detail because this is a facility that they're going to be able to extrapolate all the years of what they've done, with whom they've done it. There's going to be an attention to detail because if you know Lynn and Jennifer, not only are they your kids, they're their kids too. And that's the love and attention they feel, and that's the love and attention that you're going to see in this brand new, sorry, I went too far. No, I'm sorry about that. Brand new facility. Now, we need 4 acres, a quarter of an acre rather, of outside space. So in that quarter of an acre, we want kids to go out and beat on pots and pans. There's a focus on music. There's a focus on sport. There's a focus on growing up, understanding who you are and individualizing yourself. That's going to be a focus of Cornerstone Kids. They're going to play like crazy. They're going to be kids on well-designed structures and outdoor facilities. We contend that this will be one of the premier facilities in the country, second to none. And the outdoor space is going to be no different. You see this little area right down here that's covered. The weather in Aiken is weather that is never getting down really to freezing. And there's rain. But the kids need to be outside. You're going to see this is going to be quite a large area outside with play progressing up through age groups. This is what I was going for. Brand new facility, purposely built for 150 Cornerstone Kids. All of the years, all of the research, all of the comparisons of facilities all over the country is what is going to be built into the Cornerstone Kids. And if your child is one of those children in under the care of Lynn and Jennifer right now, and you're looking forward, and you know the love and attention they give, and you carry that forward into a brand new facility like this, it's got to be exciting for you. There's going to be a computer lab, all the understanding of the growth in them, not just physically and in a community manner, but also mentally, and focusing on the homework and the expansion with all the limits that are put on community computers for children. But we got little Cornerstone kids in a world all their own. And the way it's going to be built out, and the furniture and the accessories and the opportunities for growth, as are kind of depicted here, you can see are going to be built to give each of the Cornerstone kids the best environment and the best care that can possibly be built into Cornerstone kids. Now, Mom, what's for dinner? That can't be the most exciting words you'll ever hear. But at Cornerstone Kids, you're going to take dinner home with you when you pick up your children. Being a mom has made me so tired and so happy. Think about the extra time you can spend at the end of the day. You haven't had to rush to pick up your child to take her to ballet, or you haven't had to rush to pick up your child to take him to karate. You've been able to come to the school, to the Cornerstone Kids. You've been able to have a decent drive and know that your kids are okay. And you're going to pick up your dinner. And you're going to take dinner home, and you're going to give yourself that extra time. If you think about it right now, and you're not under that pressure to shop for dinner, cook dinner, serve dinner, and you can go home and spend that little extra time with your kids that you love so much, that's what Lynn and Jennifer want. And why shouldn't you? They can do this, and they're doing it out of the love for you. Now, also, it's a great business move. Do you ever think in your hometown, think about it, in Aiken, Georgia, in Aiken, South Carolina, will there ever be an open spot in Cornerstone Kids? Look at the facility that's being built. Look at what's being offered. And dinner's on us. Now, outside, and as a community outreach, it's really important too. And let me tell you the underlying theme here. As Cornerstone Kids get a little bit older, and as they're involved, we want the outside world to see what a great facility this is. And there will be offers made by Lynn and Jennifer to the older Cornerstone Kids to come when the Kiwanis or the Chamber of Commerce or the Boy Scouts or some young man or some young woman through scouting elevates themselves to the highest levels, or there's weddings, or there's different community outreach. If you look at this fire pit with these great red chairs, it seats about 40. Then around the outside on like stadium cushions that'll be customized for Cornerstone Kids, you can seat another 50. And we can see community outreach with a dinner with a scout standing here, elevated to the highest level of scouting, explaining what they've done. We can see right next to this fire pit the stage. And we can see on the stage all manner of community ceremonies. There'll be a screen up here that rolls down for movies in nice fall and spring Friday nights, Saturday nights. So the community outreach is big, but also when those children who are invited stand at the front door and they greet people and say, "Welcome to Cornerstone Kids. My name is Sally. Would you like me to show you around?" I mean, to look an adult in the eye, have the confidence to shake their hand and welcome them to your facility and show them around. Lynn and Jennifer believe this is all part of the growth experience and incredibly exciting. And the people in the community, from Rotary, Kiwanis, all the different community service groups, to have a facility like this is remarkable. Now, one of the things we like is also the kid fence. Every child is going to have a plank, and they're going to be a little brass name badge on there, and the child can pick how it's going to be designed and really, what it's going to look like, or they can choose one already painted, because there's a lot of different community groups, high school art classes, others who will paint these. And this has been done in another community as well. But the entire perimeter of Cornerstone Kids is going to have these boards, brightly painted, and your child's name will go on it to be there forever. We hope they come back and they have events. We hope they come back as part of community service groups. We hope they give back to their community, and we hope they stand up here on the stage and they proclaim something wonderful as a part of their life as they look out at the kid fence surrounding it and see their one board that they recognized so many years before. This is also about community outreach. It isn't exclusively focusing on the hours that it's open to care for your children. Now, this is kind of a little mock-up we've done, parking lot out here. It's not to scale, or these children have to be 18 feet tall. So, but there's going to be a central facility. You're going to walk in, and there's a hallway that goes all the way around. This hallway is going to be very wide because of fire marshal code. There will be a yellow line coming down here. Remember in one of these previous slides, we had a parent standing at a window right here and looking at the children do progressive gymnastics. The idea is to put those windows all the way around. We don't want parents coming in and having to stand against the wall. We'll have director's chairs. You know those high chairs made out of canvas that you see celebrities sitting in? Well, they'll be there for the parents going around. When parents come in, a lot of them will go right to the cafe, have a scone, have some type of refreshment, sit and chat, relax a little bit, or walk out and watch their child in the activity. There'll be basketball hooping here. There's going to be slow pitch softball with some seniors in high school, some of the girls coming over and helping girls interested, not just how to throw the ball and some of the other bits, but just to get to meet a teenager, an 18-year-old, and they're approachable, and they're nice, and they're kind, and they laugh, and they make you feel more secure. And the same thing with baseball or other areas that we can bring seniors in high school in, talk drama, kids in the drama departments, different athletics where children can go to them and look up to them and say, I know that person. Now, when you walk in, remember that area that we talked about that had the glass overhang? This is it. So when folks walk in, they're going to see all of the bits that we have inside for the all-season outdoor activities. But they're also going to look through glass, and they're going to see this wonderful quarter-of-an-acre area that's open for the kids where they can beat on pots and pans, they can play musical instruments, they can run, they can jump, they can slide, and they can beat kids, and they can grow. They're also going to see, if you look at this black fence here, this black line, this is the outline critter fence. It keeps all the bad stuff out and keeps the wonderful kids in. And inside that will be our kids' fence. So all the way around will be the kids' fence. You won't be able to see the outside fence, but you'll be able to see the kid fence all the way to the outside. Now, the fire pit, the stage, the outdoor area for catering, for tents, for events is going to be right off the kitchen, obviously. And it's there so that any service, anything that needs to be provided, we can help with. So the community outreach will be separated from the kids, but it'll be open as folks come in. We want them to walk in and progress this way. We want them to see this. We want them to see the stage set up in the corner here. So as they walk through, their jaw drops, and there's nothing like this anywhere in the country. And I don't believe there will be. I believe this will be one of a kind. Do you honestly think that building this and populating it the way Lynn and Jennifer are, that there will be an open spot, that there won't be a waiting list? Of course there will be. And that's a very important point as we progress. Now, this area over here is for the bits that we looked at earlier. It's for the bits that have, the area for the little kids. It's for the bits that we showed that are going to have the tables and chairs and desks. And this is where all the work that you're used to seeing is done over here with the kids. All purposely built, brand new facility with the best that Lynn and Jennifer can create. So we think it's an exciting opportunity for your child. The way we're raising money is through something called crowdfunding. The second generation of crowdfunding is now here. Before, you could do something called Kickstarter and a few others. Well, the government has upgraded that. And now 200 million people in the United States, anybody 18 years or older, can put a few $100s or thousands of dollars invest in the Cornerstone Kids. And what they're getting back is 10% return annually paid out of profits on their investment. Think about it. If you have a couple of gold coins, or if you have a bag of silver dollars, or if you have a 5-year bank CD, and instead of getting less than 1% appreciation on that bank CD, you can invest it into a business that is about as lead pipe lock cinch as you can have, because there's never going to be an open spot. And the financials, the way they're created, it gives Lynn and Jennifer the ability to pay back the 10% return on investment. So what we're asking folks to do now is we're asking folks to pre-invest. We need about 3 months and the funds you're going to put in right now to hire the professionals to take us into crowdfunding. We're 200 million people. The focus is going to be on contacting people in crowdfunding that either have children or grandchildren or have been through this same child care world on their own. And by comparison, they look at what they have to what this have. And the fact that there's not a reasonable way that there'll ever be an open spot, which means this is a solid investment. Why get less than 1% when you can receive 10% a year and be part of such a great facility? Now, if you give us money right now, one of the recognition points as a salute to future Cornerstone kids and their family, each $500 invested right now also reserves one Cornerstone kid spot. We think it's going to go very quickly. In the next few weeks, it's going to be opened up at large, and we think the reservations are going to go very quickly. So by doing that, we're going to take your money and we're going to give you what's called a convertible promissory note, which means within 14 months of receiving it, we'll give you a 25% return. So $500 would yield $625. Or you can convert to the 10% annually, which is the Cornerstone Kids investment that we talked about. And you'll have that opportunity over the next 4 or 5 months. So we need your help. We also need you to tell somebody. Lynn and Jennifer are working hard every day, and they would really appreciate your outreach to folks you know. And as a thank you, whatever investment comes in from your friends or family, you'll receive a 10% finder's fee. So if 10 of your friends or family invest the same amount you do, and in essence, you're taking your investment off the table. You no longer have any money at risk because you've received all your money back through a finder's fee. So they really need your help. They really love you to call them, reach out, and remember that this is Cornerstone Kids. This is a different type of facility where your children are going to have access like no other facility in the country, not just inside on a day-to-day basis, but also outside through community outreach. So please call Jennifer or Lynn, and thanks a lot for your time. Have a great day.